ladies and gents, and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. Tonight we're having a special beer to me, and it's special for a reason. Today marks the 63rd birthday of my dad, and this was his favourite beer. Every year on his birthday I will have one of these beers in memory of my dad, because he was a legend and still is, and it's only right that I honour him with a drink. Every year I also listen to our favourite album that we always used to listen to together. It was Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. So I've already done that tonight. And now we're having the beer. And the beer in question, as you know because you've clicked on the video, is this one. It's Shepherd Neame Spitfire. It's a beer that I grew up with. I say grew up with. I had it quite a lot in my formative years of drinking beer, shall we say, because like many sons do, they pay a close interest in what their parents do and what they drink and what they eat and whatnot. And this was, let's say, one of my dad's favourite beers. In fact, it was his favourite beer. And I used to say, "Oh, what does that taste like, Dad?" And it's like, before I was of age to drink, he's like, "Tastes like beer, son." I was like, "Could I try a bit?" And I would be, more often than not, allowed to try a little bit of whatever it was he was drinking. And yeah, you could safely say that my dad's taste shaped my own, both musically and in terms of what beers we enjoy. And so it happened over the years that I would drink pretty much what my dad used to drink. Single malt whiskies, bourbons, ale, you name it. It was very similar, our drinking palates. And this particular beer stayed very close to my heart for many years, because it's bloody lovely and for the obvious reasons that I've already mentioned. So I thought, well, it would be quite fitting to have one tonight, as I always do, and do a bit of a video and tell you all about it. And I thought it'd be nice to share a bit of a backstory as to why this beer is quite special to me. So yeah, being where I'm from and the proximity to Kent, we had a lot of Shepherd Neame pubs down that way. And then we lived in northwest Kent for a few years, and there was lots of still traditional buildings around that were a big part of the beer industry. You had all the oast houses where all the malts and whatnot were dried, and it was lovely. I used to live not too far from Whitbread Hop Farm, and indeed not that far from Faversham, where Shepherd Neame are based. So we spent a lot of time in Shepherd Neame pubs enjoying lots of their wonderful beer, and we've drunk more Spitfire than I care to remember, and every single pint of it was fantastic. And obviously it's better on draft than it is in a bottle. What beer isn't? But the contents of the bottle is still bloody marvellous nonetheless. So that's the iconic bottle. It's a corker, it really is. You've got the Spitfire itself on there. Irony being, where I live now is home to the chap who invented the Spitfire, Reginald Mitchell. And yeah, it's a happy irony. So, without further ado, let's crack open the bottle, and you've got the lovely insignia of the RAF on the bottle cap, and we're using the old Beer Festival glass to pour. And as you can see, it is an amber ale, lightly carbonated. So half a pint in there. Smells delicious, looks lovely. There you go, there's the you can see the colour there. So if you look up here on the glass, you can see against the magnolia walls, it's quite, it's crystal clear. There's no haze, there's no sediment to speak of, there's nothing, only just lovely looking beer. Now, aromas. There's toffee, there's quite clearly hops, and yeah, toffee and hops dominate for me. In fact, what does Shepherd Neame? Do they tell us anything? Skip that bit of the video. They say toffee and spicy aromas. It's hoppy with a bitter finish. And you've got crystal and ale malts and Kentish hops. So I suspect Goldings and Fuggles will be in there. I'm going to do a little bit of looking up later on, and yeah, see if I can get any specific information on the hops. But I suspect Goldings and Fuggles based on the flavours that I know are in this beer. So that's the beer. Smells divine. And you hit immediately with the hops, and that mellows ever so slightly into a nice crystally, no, crystal's the wrong word, caramelly kind of middle, and that kind of dissipates nicely into a sweet finish. An absolute cracker of a beer. It weighs in at 4.5%, so it's not overly strong, but strong enough that you know you're drinking it. It's a very, very sessionable ale. It's Spitfire, and they do a gold version as well, which is much paler and much lighter in flavour and yeah, lighter in flavour and colour. But Spitfire, the amber, is easily the best offering with the Spitfire name upon it. Like I say, bitter up front, caramel through the middle, sweetness at the end. Can't really go wrong, can you guys? It epitomises a great British bitter. It's not overly bitter, but just enough there that you know you're drinking a lovely bitter. And one interesting fact, in case you don't know, I'm pretty sure everyone who knows anything about beer knows that Shepherd Neame are Britain's oldest brewer. Formed, well, in 1698 they were formed, and they do a beer called 1698, which is bloody marvellous. It's very strong and fruity. Think Christmas cake, and you're not far off the mark. But Spitfire in the amber form is an absolute belter. Cannot knock it in any way, shape or form. It's delicious. So, on that glorious note, I'm going to go and sip the rest of this beer in quiet contemplation in memory of my dad, and then I'll get this video up for you to enjoy. So very much appreciate your thoughts on the beer. I'd like to know what you think if you've tried Spitfire. If you have, stick something in the comments below. Let me know what you think. If you've not tried it, let me know why not, and get yourself out, buy a bottle and thoroughly enjoy it, because it is bloody marvellous. And yeah, on that note, ladies and gents, thanks for watching. Very much appreciate your likes and subscriptions. This has been Shepherd Neame Spitfire. I've been Nick, and I will see you again soon. Bye.